Sangha Jodang Soje Chonamla Chandra Bhadra Danji Nagajin Soje the Chiche Jibe Sunamji Nola Pende Sanjan Sangha Jodang Soje Chonamla Chandra Bhadra Danji Nagajin Chiche Jibe Sunamji Nola Pende Sanjan Sangha Jodang Soje Chonamla Chandra Bhadra Danji 다게 최시 집에 쓰는지 놀라는데 산제 안도와서 So thank you very much. Yeah, then. So motivation, purpose of my life is to not harm others, to benefit others. To explain the short way. Therefore, I must free the numberless sentient beings, numberless helping, numberless hungry, numberless animal, numberless human, numberless asura, intimate, free them from the oceans of samsara suffering and the cause, delusion karma, and bring them to the full enlightenment, omniscience. To that by myself alone, I must have first achieved the state of omniscience. Okay? Therefore, then I'm going to take the refuge. Okay? All right. All right. So I couldn't know yesterday's talk, okay, some more explanation, particularly about how kind, precious the sentient beings. You know, by taking with Dharma, you should stop harming others. You know that. So that means on the top of that, then you can benefit to others. Okay, you understand? Oh, there's special on that. This time, refuge especially. I want to emphasize on that. Otherwise, Buddha Dharma says, so much, so much. Then when the sentence means you cheat, you beat, you kill, all the bad things, then whatever you can do, whatever power you have, then Buddha Dharma says, that's two opposite contradictory. Two opposite contradictory. What Buddha cherishes the sentient beings the most is like the mother's child, her son's child. Then those you do all the bad things, cheat, all the totally opposite. If you really Buddha, then you must love, you must care the most the sentient beings. You must care the most, more than which can do. More than diamond gold you have, you cherish, you take care. More than that, even the mosquitoes, even the tiny insects, not only human being. You should love most, take care most, best, that makes all the Bodhisattvas most happy. Because they cherish, this is what they cherish most. So you take it the most, you cherish the best. So the best offering to all the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, best offering. If you don't make offering, you have a Chinese room, you don't, there's a place to make offering. But that's best. Best offering, most pleasing all the Bodhisattvas. But that's all the Bodhisattvas want you to do. So then they really, yeah. So So you're doing what they care, what they most want. So you please them most in your life. Like that. But they make much so much over. They send them be beat, cheat, crushed in pieces. So that's not good. That's too total contradictory. You're doing only what pleases the best, what pleases the more, what harms the most to Buddha. You understand? Buddha. You have to know that in this way. So you want to make all the Buddhas, all the good Buddhas happy, then you must cherish this in the way. You should love most. You should sacrifice yourself for the sentient being, for the insect. Free from suffering. So whatever you can help them. Yeah. Besides the daily practices, dedicated merit, all the merit you dedicate for them, for every sentient being. And so that's the real refuge, the real practice. You see? So in China, if I was thinking like this, to not go with all these problems, so much the problem, danger of earth, the earthquakes, this water flood, and fire. So many times the fire happens in America, even 2-3 times burning the whole mountain there. Then then the wind, America, tornado, all the time. So you see in China, they happen 7 times the water, blah, blah, blah. The whole city, so you see the COVID and disease, if China, then you see they kill animals. I saw the party picture video show the pig's body, whole body, after dead, the skin off, all lined up, so much meat, so like that, unbelievable suffering. So if they can stop that in China, if they can cherish, if they can love, how they love their own family, how the mother loves their child. They can they can stop, they can give so much happiness to the animal. Wow! Then all the problem, danger of fire, water, air, all those things will stop. Stop. Then the disease, COVID, stop. This is what I often think in China, to help, to bring peace. Similar to other countries, America. So, how many million, zillion, trillion chickens killed every day. How many hotel days? There's many, there are so many billion, zillion, or trillion chickens killed every day. Then Simpson Park, then so many, just America. Can you imagine? Wow. They can't speak. I'm going to stop. They can't express. They don't know language. They can't speak human voice. They taught in the human hand, where the human they use like tissue paper. They use like tissue paper, and they use animals, other people. Maybe also sometimes in the past, maybe human beings. Now the human beings they can protest. They can bring this. But in the past, also, some human beings, like Africans, they use like tissue paper. Animals like that. So much suffering. So if they can stop that, the law can stop, Italy stop, then the country is so much peace. America, danger, all the water, fire, become less. And then you do people will do bad things, misdeeds and smoking cigarettes and all the destroy your country, your world. The bad smell, then harms the nagas and the land of the, beings, and then they cause some danger. Well, there's other beings involved, and so those were some of the danger of the elements and the disease and blah, blah, blah. So people don't know. People don't know all these parts of the world. All these parts of the world they don't know. So there was great peace. Then less sickness, less danger of the fire, water, earth, all this. The people have much so the peace happening. So it's created by themselves. So they think it's a came from outside. No, came from their mind. But they don't know that. So that's what I normally think. If the countries, they don't know the karma. When I go in Kathmandu, through Bauta, there are different many times there are different meat shops. Chickens and porks and buffaloes and, different shops. So each time I see them, when I was going by car, each time, so as much as possible, I don't know what it happens to everyone, but as I see them, then I try pray. I try to pray each time I see the meat shop. So I pray something though, what I can do, at least. So I can't do much. I'm not Bodhisattva, I'm not Buddha. I can't do much. I'm not Arahat. So don't have all those clairvoyance and all the powers, miracle powers that I don't have. So just little what I can do with my mind. So I pray, due to all the past best and future marriage collected by me, 3 times marriage collected by numberless sentences, and 3 times marriage collected by numberless Buddhas. So include all the past, future, all the. Then it's so powerful. Then all the sentences marriage, so numberless sentences, all their marriage put together, so much powerful. Then numberless Buddhas, all the marriage, all the unbelievable. Then, do that. May the animals are killed. Then all the past days, all the past, what they killed, all those animals, and even the people, butchers, them, and all the animals will be killed in the future. May they never get reborn in the Lord realms again. May they never get reborn in the Lord realms again at all. To be born in the pure land where they can be enlightened. To be born in the pure land where they can be enlightened. Receive perfect in the body, meet man, the teaching, meet public called by the Guru. Repeat missing about the enlightenment, and by seeing that Guru, they may achieve enlightenment, seeing that Buddha, may they achieve enlightenment. So I pray like that. As I see the meat shop, so chickens, there are many chickens, but I try to pray like that. I see the meat shop as I can, even just a little even prayer I do then. So please, if you can help the other sentient beings, not just for yourself, then I always pray your other sentient beings. explain them how harmful it is to you, at least to yourself, many lifetimes on, cause you suffer in samsara for again for years and years and years and years. No good. If we can explain to others, then if they stop, then they cause there is all the happiness from life to life for years, even before they free with samsara, they achieve enlightenment. So like that, you see. So you help others in that way. So then this case you are involved in the environment, serving the world serving the world. You see, environment that do not harm, to bring peace, happiness. So much of the world, even this by the way, you are helping the environment, okay? So important to help. Of course. Sometimes they may get angry to if I say that, but of course it depends on your skills. Okay, all right. So this way you can really help the world. Peace, not just by talking, not just by selling object of desire in this world. They bring a lot of money for you, not that. To not harm sentiment. But so good. Help the animal people, bring some peace, happiness. Even you can't help much bring peace, but it is just to not stop harming. So good. This is what I can do. Then when I go, when I go for, about when I see the meat shop like that. So a little thing what I can do, what I can think. So okay, thank you very much. So yes, why I stopped is the Sangha. By changing with Sangha, so what you should abandon instruction to what to be abandoned, and then what to be instruction to what to practice. So what to be abandoned is following the wrong guide. Wrong guide. So you see, wrong helper, wrong guide. Then you see, then Sangha cannot guide you. As I told you the picture, I told you example is the good doctor, who knows your medicine, who gives the right medicine, who knows your disease and who gives the right medicine. Then you follow the wrong doctor, that doesn't recognize your disease and the misunderstanding and the wrong medicine. So if you follow to that, the right doctor cannot help you. Exactly like that. So even the Sangha, so you follow the wrong guide, wrong helper, you see, then Sangha cannot guide you. You have to understand well that. So you see, then there's a conflict. Then I cannot guide you. So like that, you see. So it depends how you do. The problems, every the success problem, everything comes from your mind, it comes from you. You have to know that, not come from the other side. So that's very important, very, very, very important. So Sangha, So you don't follow wrong guide, wrong helper, okay? So it's the wrong path, and wrong teacher, wrong path. And so then the result so eons, so million years, then you are led in the samsara, the lower realm, so much suffering through the misunderstanding. The wrong path, so much suffering, you never met Dharma, you met the Dharma, the path to, not only path to enlightenment, not even the path to liberation from samsara, you don't be loved, it doesn't happen, so you met yourself. Oh, be like that. Can you imagine? Wow, so much of difficulty for people, suffering, samsara. Wow, amazing. So you have to realize that. You see? Oh, I tell you, so many years, they get stuck. You never hear Dharma. You know, and they don't get guided by the right Sangha. So you see, you understand? Oh, like that. Then you believe the wrong path. You see, which leads all the pre-samsara, only leads to samsara, lower realm. Then you think it's right. It's my one, my practice, my religion is right, and then you follow eons in that. So it's like blind man, thinking he's going the road, but he's not going the road. He's just falling in the precipice, or like that, or he's going in the fire. He's holding in the fire, but he doesn't know. It burns his body, but anyways, like that. So many years you believe this wrong path, but you believe the right path. Oh, my one is the right path. Oh, this is so important. Oh. So like that. So very, very pitiful, the ignorance. So eons you suffer with ignorance. So like that, okay? So to not follow the wrong guide. By following taking Refuge Sangha, to not follow the wrong guide, who mislead you. So you have to be careful. So the Sangha, so actual Sangha cannot guide you. So like that. So, then who's teaching the do not follow karma? That's, all that do not believe karma, from virtue, happiness, from non-virtue, suffering, they don't follow, don't believe, don't run for noble truth. Like that. Then, Jidimbe Yangtabe Tawa, the right view of the worldly beings, that's the karma. Then Jidele Devi Yangtabe Tawa, beyond from world, that is emptiness. So then regards emptiness, there are 4 schools, Buddhist schools, happened in the past in India. Then it's Mother Mega School, the 4th one. Even that, the not the first one, South Tantra, Pasangika has been correct understanding of emptiness, and then that only with that wisdom can eliminate root of samsara, the ignorance, and holding the eye what appears real. Then holding on that is true, then that ignorance, the root of samsara, all your suffering, the past from beginning but now in the future, all that it can be only with that wisdom can be eliminated. Person gets wisdom. With that also, So now therefore you see, but this time we are unbelievable fortunate. How fortunate this time. You have to recognize with the right teaching. Okay? Yeah, that particular Lama Tsongkhapa teaching. What taught by Buddha, what taught by Nagarjuna, what taught by Manjushri, then taught to Lama Tsongkhapa, then what Lama Tsongkhapa taught to us. You understand? Clarify the teachings more and more. Like that. As Lama Tsongkhapa happened, the teachings are very much clarified in Suzan Tantra. Okay, all right. Thank you. So, by taking refuge to Sangha, what one should practice is so I was planned yesterday, doesn't matter color robes, not always Tibetan, this red color robe, but it doesn't matter with Therapatans, yellow, Chinese, the white, blue, and so different, so the Buddhist Sangha, so I mentioned, as when you see, then this is my guide who freed me from samsara. So I think that, and then respect with the body, spirit, mind. Then you create so much good karma. Wow, good karma. So like that. So any service you can do Sangha. I told you yesterday the example when we met medicinal food one time to poor Sangha. You remember? So the result is unbelievable. Also all of that. So respect. You see. I mentioned yesterday the Western people that. Tibetan monk who doesn't know Lamrim, then they respect so much. But the Western Sangha who studied Lamrim not well, at least intellectually, but they don't respect the Sangha. Also, I'm just saying, just to explain you, I think for Chinese, different other Buddhist countries, like for example, I just want to tell you something. Even you heard some mistakes about Sangha, some mistakes, but you see, when you meet Sangha, we must respect, thinking that way. Example, one geshe, I don't know what the geshe. So anyway, is a very elderly galong. So Tushita, someone who lived Tushita, doing retreat or doing practice. Anyway, that person has some misbehavior to one of our student nun. So Lama was told, my teacher Lama was told by the nun, student nun. So Lama got very upset, but then that monk next day or after a few days was coming up to Tushita, but we were going down from Tushita. So that monk was coming up, that older monk, but the Lama is respected. He bowed down his head. He bowed down towards him. He didn't show black face. I'm not upset, but business so bad. He didn't say that, didn't do like that. Bend down, bend it nicely, bend down. Never show angry face. Oh, like that. Oh, that's a real practice. Even you know the person made a mistake, but you see, in the morality. But the Lama, when he met him, didn't show angry face. Once he moved down his head. That's the practice. You want to know? That is the practice. Like that. This is just elaborated. Yeah. So in his own Dharma, he bent down to everybody. The France, Geshe Tenje and myself, the Geshe, resident Geshe here, myself bringing his own out for teachings with incense. So when we can, his only bent down to us. That's nothing. We didn't have to bend down at all. I mean, he's the Svara compassion Buddha. So, we didn't have to do anything to us. But still he's only bent down. Easy to us. Like that, you see. Those are the practice. No matter how much you're learned, no matter how much you're famous, no matter how much you're top. Yeah, so then you see, everybody educated, famous, or, who know nothing about so bend down to everybody, poor, rich, anybody you bend down. Like his own is a very good example. Poor people, whatever education, no education, whatever it is, poor, rich, bend down, respect to everybody. That's the best. That's the practice. Kanto, Sudan, Dojano, who whom company. Then you go there, man, look at you always down. Lost, always. Somebody with a complete sincere heart. So the Java practice I'm going to practice, they are the most supreme. They're the supreme being. The highest, supreme being. I'm going to practice. It was the second one. That's, see, you can see it's on as Lama. You understand? Like that. Example like that, that's how we should practice. Okay. In the Western world, because Buddhism is very new, so people don't know about respecting the Sangha. So the Western Sanghas, when they come in the teachings like that, you see, they stay way down there. So before lay people, there were Sanghas way down there, so like that, and also maybe Sanghas, not so easy to Sanghas walk up. I know that maybe not nice, but from their side, but the lay people, see, should respect the Sangha, put a higher place, put a higher place. I mean, before the lay person, you see, like that. In the Buddhist countries, they put the Sangha first, so higher, you see, before the lay person, all like that, you see. In the Western people, they don't know, so the Sanghas sit down there, and non-monks and lay people don't know the refuge practice, and so respect for Sangha, so all like that. See, this just happened. So in the Buddhist countries, so they respect Sangha, that they create much good karma. So they made it, by the way, you see. So like that. So this happened. So there was a story. Punishment. Somebody did something that the king didn't like. So the king brought to the place where there's a lot of spirits, lot of spirits gather and they eat the body of the human being or like that. So the person, to punish that by the king, the person was brought to that place where the lot of spirits in night time eat the body. So that, but that person has robes, yellow robes. The person has a peaceful yellow robes on the body of the Sangha's dress. So then the spirits cannot give harm. They thought is a holder of the teaching of Buddha, banner, holder of the teaching of Buddha, that person. So wearing that robe, the piece of robe there, so the spirits could not harm to that person. So next day the person is still there. So they, I think it's able to come back. So didn't get eaten by spirits. So that detailed story, but I'm sorry, that's all the essence of what I remember. So therefore, now by taking with the Sangha, so you see, you have to respect not only the Sangha, so you have to respect even the robes. So Kadama Geshes, if they see a piece of red or yellow robes in the road, then they check out and they check out and they put on the head and they put on the head clean plates. So by thinking the quality of Sangha, so who helps to liberate you from samsara, or that. Kadama Geshes, what they do, how they do. So like that. So my mother, she became nun. After so many years hard work, unbelievable. Our family is very, very poor, very poor. After father died, many animals dead. So many animals dead. Then so much money to the families. There's many families, they come to get money after father died from the mother. We are all children. Only my sister, who is Nanda Lauda, she's the only elder one that able to put the animals away. Then evening time bring back. Only she can do, and all others are very small. Then the Kasara, one night became very late. My mother is the only one who makes food, everything in the house. So we are very small. So one night it became very late. She went to get firewood in the forest. But you have to go quite far and to get in the forest. It's not easy, there's no road. Then there's a water, river, then you have to walk on the stones and the rocks, and it's not easy at all. So it got very late. The four children, we were sitting at the door. House has 2 stories. So downstairs at the door, or the last wood of the door, I don't know what you call it, the wood. This one? Huh? Rafters, the door, the wood, you see, the wood, door wood, down below. We were sitting all the 4 children tied in that. And then looking at the moon, there was a moon rising outside. A moon. Then we were talking, moon will come down on the top of the tree and then will pick up us. We'll take it away by the moon, us. So that the children were talking, waiting for the mother. So then very late, then she came with full of backside and bamboo basket full of wood, full of firewood. And she came. Then next day, summer, the house was not cleaned, the wood all over the kind of broken piece. And then nobody could make fire. If mother didn't make, then no food for us. So mother was laying down, that she had pain. She was calling her mother, Ama. So she was very much pain, then calling the mother. Mother is, that time mother was alive. You have to go quite a little bit far beyond from the sort of a small river, then houses there. My uncles and the mother, grandmother. So anyway, she was Ama. So Then I went near her, stand, look at her. That's all what I could do. We were very small, like that. I remember. So nobody can make fire, nobody can make food, nothing. So like that. I lost my talk. Before that, what was the story? Huh?
I'm not sure.
I think you went to Tibet or some other country. Huh?
I think so.
Rinpoche was talking about how the Kadampa Geshes put even a piece of...
Yeah. The Sangha's rope pieces on the road, then they put on the, on the ground, they put a high clean place. By thinking the Sangha benefiting culture. So my mother, even though she became nun, she put her robes not on the floor, on her lap. So this is Buddha's robe. Says, oh, this is Buddha's robe. This is Buddha's robe. So she cannot put on the ground. She put on the reason I tell my mother's story was because she put on the not on the floor. Yes, this is Buddha's robe. It's true that Buddha gave to wear. So much respect for that. So I'll tell you one thing, very good story. So you can't go over the Sangha's robe. When you, like this, you step over Sangha's robes and like that. No, you can't do that. In the West, they don't know, so they do that. Even the centered people, when they decide to talk, you see, then the Dharma Buddha says, oh, the man, especially the man, the long legs, then they go cross over. I saw many times, yeah. They don't sing heavy karma, they don't. So, cross over, so Sangha's robes and things. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. So, listen. Here, very good example. Great Lama, learned experience in good heart. So he, Tushita Dhamsala, during the initiation, there's a dingwa. Dingwa is a most cover on the seat. There's many. So when the Rinpoche comes, he doesn't go over like this. I'm the Lama. He doesn't do that. He walk through the dingwa. He walk between the dingwa. He go to the throne. Like that. No, he doesn't. I'm the Lama. On the Sangha's robe on the dingwa in the cover. God. No, he doesn't do that. Never does that. I never saw that. That's the respect to the Sangha. That's the respect to the Sangha's robe. You understand? If you walk over, you create the Dharma. You break the Refuge practice. So you're opposite to Refuge practice. You understand? You must know these things. But the Buddhist countries, they're better. But the Western people, they don't know. You see? So what the kids say, that's, he never walk on the Sangha's robe. The dingwa isn't sirkaba. So he goes between two thrones. You have to know that. So like that, yeah. Okay. I want to tell one story. Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, kind of conventional one, for his mother. Maybe my mother is born in the 33 God realm. So Buddha went there to do the what people translate rainy season or something. not necessarily only rain. About in summer it's all year shashi. It's not all rain, actually rain, no. Sometimes they can less rain. So about in summer so in Tushita, no, Sumitasum, Devarim. Yeah, to do the summer retreat. So when that 3 months, then that 3 months. So one Deva's son got the sign of death. Got a sign of death. Then if he died, he get born in the city of human world, Yangba Tongji, city of human world, Yangba Tongji in India. Yangba Tongji maybe accidented city or something like that. Then he's going to born pig. He's going to born pig there, and experience so much suffering. Then he got so scared. He got so scared about the sign of death. So scared. Then he went in front of Buddha. Buddha was there in the 36th Deva realm. So he went in presence of Buddha, and he prostrated Buddha. He prostrated Buddha, took refuge. He took refuge to Buddha. Then just but that Deva's son, he got liberated from the Lord, and just but that. Prostrated and through refuge to Buddha, just but that, got totally liberated from the Lord. Then now he's going to born in the human world, leader of the business, so rich, but so most attractive body, most attractive. So he's going to born there. Then Buddha saw. Then Buddha found how wonderful that is. He saw just but when prostration taken, then he was totally liberated from the Lord, and so he was going to be born leader of the business. So wealthy and so beautiful body, the most attractive body. So, yeah. So Buddha then. So how that is so wonderful. Then Buddha said, anybody go for refuge, want to refuge to the Buddha, then never get reborn, then doesn't get reborn in the lower realm. And then abandon that human realm, then get reborn, achieve the Deva realm. Buddha said that. Yeah, so even one day, you create the cause of the Lord realm, numberless so many with the body spirit mind whole day. Then within 1 week, so many times. Then within 1 month, so many times. So like that. So like this from beginning to rebirth, so not experience, create negative karma, numberless qualities. So, by having done refuge to Buddha, taking refuge to Buddha, all this suffering, you get liberated from all this suffering. All this suffering get purified, you get liberated from all this suffering, cause of suffering to be born Lord realms. So I want to getting left out how precious that sentence means. So I want to bring up that before the refuge. So we can see the more important taking refuge. You see, to help the numberless sentence means, not just only yourself. So just short. The sentient being whose mind is obscured, whom you call enemy, that person get angry to you, or harm with the body, speech, mind, or you see. So now that person, whom you call enemy, you hate, you don't see, you don't harm, you don't harm. So that person. So now, due to that person, then as compassion arises, compassion to free from suffering, cause of suffering. You see, compassion arises. From compassion, then you see, then bodhicitta comes. You see, free the sentient beings from oceans of samsara suffering, bring to enlightenment by oneself, therefore oneself to achieve enlightenment. So the thought to achieve oneself achieve enlightenment for sentient being, that comes, bodhicitta. From bodhicitta, bodhisattva comes. From bodhisattva, Buddha comes. From Buddha, then Buddha's holy action comes. True, Buddha's holy action, true, that true. One is Buddha's by Buddha's own mind. One is within us sentient beings. So all our virtuous mind, good karma, all that is Buddha's holy action. So, from the good karma, then all the happiness comes. From beginningless rebirth, happiness from beginningless rebirth, now, future, including enlightenment, all comes from our good karma, the Buddha's holy action. So that means happiness from beginningless rebirth, now, all the future, including your enlightenment, all come from Buddha's holy action, good karma. So there come from Buddha, Buddha come from Buddha-sattva, Buddha-sattva come from bodhicitta, bodhicitta come from the compassion. Yeah, embrace Buddha's compassion, that numberless sentient beings, all the sentient beings, every sentient being, numberless helping hungers, animals, human beings, all to free them from the oceans of samsara suffering causes. Then you see, by oneself, when you take responsibility of all the sentient beings to free from suffering causes by yourself, then it's great compassion. When you take the full responsibility of yourself. So then you see that come from the compassion, come from the obscure suffering sentient beings. So that includes your enemy. Your enemy, the obscure, and then you see having anger, harming with the body, speech, mind to you. So therefore, compassion comes from him, her. Then now, you are made from beginning to rebirth now. after all in the future, including all come from, you see, from that man, that person. He or she, from that person. You see? So now, how precious, wow, how precious that is, that person. Wow, most precious. So you can see now that we take refuge with Dharma Sangha all the time to be free from Lord, that makes free from Lord, that makes free from samsara, that makes free from Lord, that makes free to enlightenment. And liberate the numberless sentiments from Lord, from samsara, from Lord, bring the enlightenment by you. Wow, so all this comes from your, whom you call enemy. Or whom you see, whom you get angry, or who is angry to you, who harm with the person. So that person's most unbelievable precious. What unbelievable precious, unbelievable precious. Kind. Wow. You see? The kindness of sentiment, all of this. Wow. Even with the Dharma Sangha, they usually all the refuge, the only practice. I come from him, come from her. Whom we call enemy, we're angry to you. That so precious. But the Dharma Sangha come from him. They will always take refuge, come from him or her. Wow. That is the most important thing for you to realize. Feel, realize. So that's the first thing, to know, to discover, to realize how sentient is the most kind, precious, unbelievable. So even mosquito, it makes me angry. That's most precious. And the ants who bite you, most precious, most kind. Every insect, the bug, the chips, most precious. So like that. Normal people. Then next, these are very most important to know. If you realize how sentiments are so essential, kind, more and more you know, then you can dedicate your life to the sentiments without any difficulties. Because you want to do the best. Dedicate everything to the sentiment. Your body, possession, family, marriage, your body, everything. So, So always you can do so easily, so happily. So you see the sentiments. Even ants come to bite your feet or mosquitoes. It looks very angry, but you want to kill or some. But if you think that, wow, it's like when you think the kindness. This is what I explained first. Wow, so you are so happy to help, to give blood, or you are so happy, to let them to eat whatever. So happy, unbelievable happy, like more than receiving which can jewel fill the sky. More than that, it's nothing. What benefit, you by doing that, what benefit with the compassion, with love, that makes you to achieve enlightenment quicker. Achieve enlightenment and enlightenment quicker. More compassion you have, enlightenment is quicker. That's the main answer. What to do to achieve enlightenment quickest? The compassion. General compassion, strongest compassion So, for example, a Sangha meditated retreat 12 years, but didn't get to see Buddha. But only one big dog full of wound and maggots. Most unbearable compassion rise, and then you see it's not dog, it's Buddha, but he couldn't see Buddha. So then after unbelievable compassion, then able to see Buddha. That is not dog. Before dog. After Buddha, yeah. Then he asked teachings, then took the Pure Land Dishita, then gave teachings on the teachings and Changchu Danga, the Media Buddha Susi, 5 divisions of teachings in the morning, but 50 years for a human being. Then he came down, he wrote Sadhana, 5 commentaries by himself. Then from that, up to now, numberless beings became enlightened from this. Now you see, from his compassion. Numberless beings became enlightened because his compassion. The dog, is with Buddha.